I'm live, and I just noticed that Kofi alerts are not set up in this scene selection. I'm gonna have to. Anyway, um, yeah, it is Wednesday. I'm streaming for the third day in a row, and fortunately, it's not the third of six. Yeah, I really need that night off. But, yeah, Wednesday night stream, last night of the subathon for this week. Not in general, because there's a little under 6 hours, a little over 5.5 hours. Depends on how you want to look at it. I guess it is technically closer to 5.5, or time is actually on there 24, so it's actually under 5.5. Thought it was 5:42 for some reason. Look, last night's stream went on far longer than it was supposed to because I just didn't die for the longest time, and then suddenly I died. Playing zombies, Black Ops 2, mind you, Origins specifically. I got the stabs upgraded, and then, as expected, I got the double whammy of double Panzer and the whatever they are taking out my generators on round 14 and coming back from the crazy place. The double Panzer got me. I got the first one, the second one though got me. And if you don't know zombies, especially the Origins map specifically, that doesn't make any sense to you probably. Trust me. Time. Anyway, yeah, Pokemon is tonight. I should probably work on making sure the Kofi alerts work. I must have them in here somewhere. I do. Control audio via OBS. That. Now let me just also. This was an issue the one time. Yeah, monitor output. Alright. I think that should just work now for all the. No, that's fine. Cut off my saying of good. Just don't capture that, even though it was more than loud enough. Thank you, microphone. Anyway, so yeah, last night of the subathon this week, and the timer will be resuming shortly. I do just want to mention one change for these last, well, 5.5 hours now. I am adding a little extra incentive, not like literally for monetary amounts, but rather for tips. So as it stands currently, $1 adds 2 minutes. Or any tip that is a multiple of $50, or for every multiple of $50 that is contained within a single tip, I guess. I don't know. It's difficult to word because it's complicated in how it's implemented. So basically, if you tip $50, that would normally add 100 minutes. Effectively, for every $50 tipped, I'm adding an extra 20 minutes. So $50 normally adds 100, it's now 120. $69, and I'm using this as an example because I just wrote it out in the document. What document? Yes, there's a document. Of course, there's a document. And is linked in the title. Always has been. $69 adds, what is it, 138 minutes? Well, I subtract out the 38 minutes. I add 20 to the 1 hour, or the 100 minutes, so now it's 120 minutes, right? And then I add back in the 38, so it becomes 158 minutes. $100 would add 200 minutes, which would have add 40 minutes, so it becomes 240 minutes or 4 hours. That's the gist of it. I have to add the time in manually, mind you. So if somebody was to tip $50 or more, I have to add it in myself. And that also means that, if you end up tipping over, say, $75, you're not going to be getting as much value out of it as under 75 because you're halfway to 100 at that point from 50, but it's still just going to be a flat 20. You could tip $99.99 and it's still only going to add 20 extra minutes. I'm sorry, just it's already complicated as it is because I'm not taking into consideration any values in between. It's only the multiple. Bear with me, alright? It's not properly implemented in the bot. I'm doing it manually. Far simpler this way, and honestly, I don't think it's going to come into play much, if at all. But that's one way to get extra time. And since tips give the biggest return on your investment, biggest return for me on your investment, they are obviously the preferred way, thus to contribute time to the timer and contribute towards my battery fund. That's of course part of what this is all going towards, is replacing the battery in my car. And if somehow we get up towards $500 on that bottom left counter, also the batteries in my UPS, because they're also dead, and that's about $100. Technically I could get a car battery for about that much, but when there was literally one option for that much and everything else was like 170 plus, not the best idea. Anyway, enough rambling, let's get on to the gameplay. I just gotta switch the scene over to the correct scene, which should be this one. There it is. And with that, I can resume, not launch that, and resume the timer. It is still summer because it's still October. Or wait, no? It's still summer because it's October, but it could be summer? Yeah, I guess it was all October already. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. We are just on the edge of Nimbasa, and we are leaving. Having the bike is going to be so much nicer. However, we're not going to make it far here because, yeah, he never backs down from an opportunity, does he? Almost worse than Nimona. Almost. Certainly up there, though, in terms of annoyingness. That's a lot of fire-type moves. I'll be changing that in the not-too-distant future. Yeah, you piece of shit, I knew that was coming. Really, Torment? Torment's just annoying. Alright, well that solves that. It doesn't solve that. It kinda solves that, but also not really. You and your fucking citrus berry. Torment. Well, I can switch out, clear the Torment, and save myself a turn of damage. Oh, are you kidding me? Do I have a berry or something? No. Oh, I have berries, but they're not helpful at this moment in time. Alright, now I just need all crits and it will go down. Or, you can give me literally the bare minimum. That's awesome. Alright, that works. Tranquil? Oh cool, I one-shot it. I wasn't sure how that would go. Not over yet, he says. Yeah, because it just required one more hit. Literally, if it had done 4 hits instead of 3, it would have won. It would have effectively one-shot it, even though it was a 4-shot. One-turned it. the first time we've seen Alder? Yes, it is. Quite a judgmental person, aren't you? Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, he says a lot. I've played this game before on stream, of course. So there's not much that we're really missing. If you really want to see what is being said, maybe go back and watch that. Maybe I took my time a little bit more. But look, this is part of a challenge where I have a lot of... They're all physical except for Ember. Okay. Yeah, I played through this before on stream. Oh, that was a bit laggy. So, bloody citrus berries. Anyway, I honestly don't know. OBS, cut it the fuck out. No, that's fine. You don't have to render at 60 FPS. No, it's not like this is meant to be a 60 FPS stream, you fucking piece of shit. Nice crit. Okay, it's back to normal now. I do not understand why it does that. It does it regardless of what scene collection I'm on. It does it regardless of what game I'm playing. Obviously, this one has no load on the computer. No load on the GPU. So... and it doesn't happen at the same time, either. It varies. Do not get it. It's probably Windows Update something. I think they let you go there because there's actually a lot of potential for trainer battles. But I skipped them because I don't need that. And I'll be getting an item up near, well, closer to Mistralton that will make it trivial, the leveling. I like how they actually show the fact that they're only rendering a small area there. Nice, if only they did that in newer games so that there wasn't this massive body of water that is just there for no reason. Like, seriously, do you know how large the body of water beneath Paldea is? It's absurd. Also, funky music. That's not where I want to be. Play is a character. Yep, we got the bike now. Guess what's gonna start happening? Gen 5 doors with bikes. Also, I guess as a reminder, this challenge, the reason why it is the way it is, and why I only have one Pokemon listed over there on the right, even though I clearly have two Pokemon, is because this is a catch across the gens challenge, as I'm calling it, or generations reality. Where am I going? Where am I going? I do not remember how the cold storage is laid out. Of course, Gen 5. But yeah, the point of the Catch Across the Gens challenge, sorry, I got distracted resetting the music and then I got lost at the cold storage. The point of the challenge is to catch one of a handful of Pokemon, or 5 of a handful of Pokemon. In every single game I own. And not just catch them, but then I also have to go on and complete what I set as the primary objective. In this case, it's Elite Four Round 2. Or, if it's not Round... I think it's Round 2. Either way, you can think of it as defeating Alder, because you can battle Alder in this. Oh, it's literally just in front of him. I just somehow avoided doing that. That is a door. This looked like a sealed up door, you know? The thing about Gen 5, of course, that you have to remember is that in order to catch these Pokemon, well, they're older generation Pokemon because, well, spoiler alert, but you can't get all Pokemon until after the Elite Four. Yeah, there's no way through here. I am not missing that TM. I don't want. Hello. Whoops, not that way. Hello, Sprite, right in the corner of the screen. Asshole. So, yeah, this long drawn-out explanation to conclude it, I have to wait until after the Elite Four to catch Pokemon, and oh, don't you worry, I am going to be spending plenty of time catching the Pokemon I need to catch. Because it takes a while. Yeah, it turns out ice types are not a concern here. Ice heal. Oh, nice. Is someone in there? I don't know. I'm just mashing B. Oh, what a pain in the ass. At least as usual with Gen 5, the music ain't bad. You could even say it's quite good. Living on a sliver. I guess to give an idea of how little I expect to get done tonight in regards to catching things, I don't have my spreadsheet open. I have a spreadsheet, because of course I do, that has the Pokemon that I'm catching and where to catch them for all 31 games that I own. And yeah, there's no point in having it open because I'm not going to need it. if I make it to the Elite Four, I'll honestly be well, I won't be too surprised if I make it there. What I will be surprised by is actually making it through the Elite Four and to the champion. You are a pain in the ass. Fortunately, it didn't matter. I'm actually not sure how this will do. I want to see what it does, though. I've got a fairly high level advantage here, considering the point in the game. Only going to get more ridiculous as time goes on. Heat Crash should be doing plenty of damage. I wouldn't think that Watchog is very heavy. I could be wrong, but I don't feel like it would. Oh, it's on the smaller side? See. Gotta wait for the bot to actually get a response. Yeah, 27 kilo, that's pretty light. Compared to Epic and Embor, what comes between? Ignite on the screen. 55 kilos, so yeah, it's not that heavy. Watchog says passport home only. Not for long. 7 days, huh? That's where you won't be able to watch it. On this stream. Gameplay for yeah, it's not. I don't have the money for it. I need a battery for my car. You think I can afford to buy a fucking video? That's the one. 150 kilos. Yeah, that's more like it. Heat Crash? That's more. I don't even really want the game gifted to me. Like, I'd like to play it still. But the problem is, I don't really want a digital copy of the game, you know? I like having physical copies. The only way for somebody to really gift me a copy of the new Pokemon game is digitally. And with all the nonsense regarding it, no, I still want to play it. It's not up here. The house isn't even there, that's it. Blah 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 blah. Shady organization. All you need to know. Give water. Thank you. Ground types aren't or weak to water, but they're good against fire types. Which, guess what I have? If I could just go through the cone. Can go up here, however, that doesn't help. Funnily enough, by the time that I get to the gym leader to play, I might actually be in a better position for this. Aqua Ring? Really? Give me a break. Hit more than 3 times, that would be great. Nice crit. Crit did matter there, I'm pretty sure. Would have taken at least 2 hits. It was going down regardless. It still mattered. There you go. Yeah, there's nothing of benefit here, is there? Nope. But I just got myself more experience. Unless I do this. The nice little trap they set up for you. But yeah, clearly you can just reset it and not have to deal with it at that point. Funny how big of a difference there is between the grunts in cold storage and the gym trainers here. Nice 3-hit needed. One behind. It must go up 2. Yeah. Of course, Gen 5 experience is holding me back a bit here. Don't know if I'll actually get the level up without facing more trainers than necessary. Depends on what's below. How far down do you need to put things, Clay? Unfortunately, I'm gonna go back up. Bye, Clay. Hopefully he's enough. There's still one other trainer I haven't battled otherwise. We'll see why I want this level. Oh yeah, you should be enough. You got 3 Pokemon. Alright. We're good then. That's just rude. What a jerk. I mean, I appreciate the attack boost, but it was the attack drop that made me not two-shot it. And almost immediate snap out. And it was one turn without snapping out, but fine. Here with it. There we go. Prince's. I mean, with how much it's been wanting to hit 4 or 5 times, or on average, this should output more damage, especially if I move second. Oh, give me a break. Well, I'm back to neutral attack at least. Now it's +2. That hurts. Yep. Thank you. As a reminder, when you get swaggered, it takes your own attack into consideration for confusion damage, so I was +2 there. +2 being self-damage. Alright, here we go. Alrighty. One evolution later, and I can finally go and do this. Yep, fire type is learning a water type move. We just back down to clay. Didn't have to stop at the bottom here. It's already been opened? Yep. Very nice. Little does he know that he had a much better chance until just a couple minutes ago. Now not so much. Ow. Well, you know, that could actually... well, not in that instance, but... crit probably mattered. Palpitoad's ability, I think, can be like water absorb or something similar. Oh. Right, I had the speed drop, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah. That speed drop, which might have helped with assurance, actually hurt me for Excadrill. Can you just move the cone so I can get in there ASAP instead of having to go through everything again? So nice. Don't open. No, damn it. Did close. I was hoping it would already be opened. I didn't want to have to wait for it to be open again. I.e., don't open. Well, I want it open, I just didn't want it. Yeah, I already said that. Yeah, never mind that first attempt. Scald you out of here immediately. And then Palpitoad, I'll actually Flame Charge. Can you not? Gonna Hyper as well. Why aren't you setting up Aqua Ring? Oh, sure, now you do. Alright, well, that puts me, what, +2 speed? Which should allow me to outspeed Excadrill, hopefully. Oh, yeah. Oh, but I didn't beat it. Okay. He's probably gonna Hyper, isn't he? Right? I'm not happy about that. Need all the HP I can get. Have a chance. Oh, why can't you use that again? Oh, sure, you hit that turn and you crit. If I'd been able to, like, paralyze him, that would have been hilarious. Oh, I still outspeed. Okay. Oh, you... Why would you Hone Claws then? So far into the battle. Works to my advantage. Well, badge 5 get, at least. Of course, they move the cone out of the way now, so you can just have a quick return back. Didn't have that the first time, though. I do kind of hate that it interrupts the music, but Bike is faster. Damn it, Bianca. Even she wants battle. The rivals are definitely, nuisance when it comes to just letting you play the game. This, I'm not gonna lie. Let me go. I'm trying to get to the post game. Sure about that? Fire's power is weakened. Oh no. Whatever will I do? From critical hit. What a news. Speaking of what a news. Oh, good. Alright, fighting type. Wish I had a full core. At least hypers still do 120 at this point, right? I wish that had been a crit just because Lucky Chan had worn off. HMO2 Fly, which I can actually use as of right now because there are no badge requirements in Gen 5. Fun fact. I really don't need a single badge to use any of the HMs. So if you trade over a Pokemon that knows Surf, you can actually just go on to Route 17 and 18 immediately in this game. To battle a wild Pokemon. If you're gonna be that way, then fine, I'll just go around. Mungus. Oh, Mungus. Not yet. Hyper Potion, I'll take it. Research place, I don't really care about. Trying to make my way through this route as quickly as possible because I'm trying to go fast. Okay, I don't know what you want. You gotta talk to the spider web. PM78 Bulldoze, you'd say. Could be handy. Since it's a physical move, it might actually be more useful than Scald is in a sense, but Scald provides good coverage, and still has the chance to burn, because it's a water-type move. Yes, that makes sense. I mean, have you ever stuck your hand under scalding hot water? Get burnt by it. You guys really need to... 5 steps later. Cyan. Damn it, Bianca. I'm not entirely upset by this encounter, though. Of course, they intend for that to be the way that you level up Pokemon and such, but you can just use it on, say, your starter Pokemon that's already over-leveled as it is. And yeah, sure, I lose the Fire-type boost that Charcoal provides. Really? Dust Cloud rate, then? That can happen too. Suddenly have a dust cloud appear immediately in front of you and not be able to avoid it as a result. I love that that's an effect in this game, and I love even more that it's an effect in the terrarium in Scarlet and Violet. Actually biking your, well, bike. You can call your mounts a bike. I did not try and bonk into it. That one is affected by your presence. But yeah, you walk past it or ride your mount past it, and the electrical crystals in the terrarium, and it does that same effect. Love it. I'm gonna get screwed into an encounter here because this Clink doesn't want to leave me alone. It also apparently leveled up 2 times since I encountered it 5 seconds prior. Funny how Ferroseed is animated in this game. Son of a bitch. But in like any of the 3D games, it's just there. Well, this technically makes doing this next puzzle a little bit easier, but at the same time, what a pain in the ass. Not difficult, just time-consuming. Granted, so are the wild encounters. Can I do anything about this crystal now? No, just... That's a way back. I'm remembering as I go, mind you. I don't think you need to go deep into the cave. Really. In black and white, I think it's black 2, white 2 that you need to go deeper into it. Really? Better. That's one thing I don't like about Gen 5 is the encounter rate is a bit ridiculous at times. Also, shout out to the music design once again. The same song, it's just slightly lower pitch. Also, I was wrong. You do have to go on, well, into a deeper part of the cave in this version. Yeah, I wonder which way I have to go. Guy's gonna reveal a secret, apparently. Oh yeah, just Heat Crash. Probably don't even need Heat Crash, but why not? They're low level as always, so need less to do the same amount. What's the secret? Shadow Triad. Yeah, I already met them. I'd honestly forgotten that Team Plasma showed up again through Chargestone Cave. Probably because I'm just trying to get to the next part of the game and they get in the way, and so get out of the way. On the turn frame. Any second now, bot. Any second now. There it is. Barely not in line of sight there. Alrighty, and with that, AFK scene. Alright, so as the bot said, it's time for a break. I'm just going to take a few minutes to stand up, stretch, and get away from the computer for a little bit. During this time, I am going to run some ads. It's the only time during the stream I run ads, prevents pre-rolls for next hour. Ensures that the gameplay itself is completely ad-free at the small cost of some ads now, while nothing of importance is happening. All you'll be missing out on is this honestly wonderful AFK scene. I've said it many a time, but The Witness just looks so good, even still to this day. Anyway, when I get back, we will continue with getting through Chargestone Cave, and then moving on to Mr. Alton. And thus, the 6th gym game. So, BRB. Alrighty, I am back, and before we hop back into it, I do just want to mention once again, not only is there an ongoing subathon, multi-day subathon, the timer at the top counting down, there's the goals, there's the goals at the bottom. Sub goal I don't care about because we're not going to meet it anyway. I mean, is anybody actually going to give 49 more subs? No, not happening before the end of the timer, so don't care about that. The overall goal, though, we're just under $60 off of it, and that's running across the map and back in fuel, east to west specifically, so yes, I will be taking advantage of the road. If you're not familiar with fuel, it's this post-apocalyptic, or semi-apocalyptic, I don't know. The shit's happened, fuel is in short supply, and the world is not quite the way it once was. Anyway, point is that it's a big map, especially for its time in the mid to late 2000s. So, that's that goal. But also, newly added for tonight, any tips that are multiples of $50, and this applies starting at $50, will have, but any tips of $50 or more will have additional time added to them based on what multiple of 50 it is, I guess is one way to word it. So, for $50 it would normally add 100 minutes, it's instead being rounded up to 120 minutes. So it becomes 2 hours instead of an hour 40. $100 would be 40 minutes, but there's no in between on them, right? So $80 would still only get an extra 20 minutes. So if anybody wants to cover most of the cost of the battery just in one go, that's $200, and that would add an extra 8 hours to the stream. Isn't that fun? Actually, would it technically add 8 hours? I would make sure that it did. 200 is 400 minutes. 6 hours 40. And that would be an extra 80 minutes. So, yeah. Checks out. That's the idea. Basically just rounding it up to the nearest hour, essentially. Math always worked out in that regard. That didn't pick up half of what I was saying because I was looking too far away. Because yeah, if I just go far enough off the axis, this is what happened. Great. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Anyway, let's get back to the gameplay. And where were we? Archstone. Stone cave, cavern, whatever it is, and stupid grunts being annoying. I could get through this cave so much faster if not for these assholes. But that's just the flow of the game for you. I'm sorry, what just happened? Oh, a stockpile. Yeah, we'll just do it. This game runs so much faster than Gen 4 that it can actually be kind of easy to miss what's going on at times. Because the game's just that much faster. Alright, yeah, I don't know. I'm streaming Pokemon Black. and it's effectively a regular playthrough that I'm just using my starter exclusively for. To be fair, I would normally be catching regular Pokemon, or other Pokemon, I should say. I just don't really have a need to because, well, the entire point of the challenge I'm doing is to catch Gen 1 Pokemon, fortunately. They're the only ones that have been around the entire series, you know? But none of them are available until the post-game. So just gotta wait. Fang is mildly annoying. Almost out of flame charges. Have I healed since the gym? I don't think I did. And of course. 2 steps. And already another encounter. Okay, let's go. And 5 in its encounter rate. In case you didn't know, you need to go to the right, not to the left. The grunt should make that obvious, of course. Just don't stop for a while. I don't really have much to talk about. On top of not having much to talk about in general, there's this whole thing of I'm streaming each day and I can't really go anywhere because my car doesn't have a working battery. Or at least it doesn't work well enough that I'm willing to drive it. Because even if I jump the car, the only way I'm starting it on the road is either with another jump or another jump. Really? This game. We'll get this thought out eventually. Another jump or bump starting it, which requires a hill. Just never shut it off. That is technically an option, but not a great one. We're close enough to the end of the cave, I don't care. Oh, please. I mean, Kiosk, I can't afford to refuel it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Just to be safe. Yeah, if anyone wants to contribute like $200 to the stream, it will get me pretty much all the way to the getting a new battery for my car. I say pretty much all the way because there are fees taken out, plus I have to consider the core charge on top of the cost of the battery. It gets refunded, but it's still there. And it would add 8 hours of time. $200, 8 hours of time. You also take the top spot for highest tip contributed to the stream. Oh, Gen 5 sturdy, but the burn comes in clutch. Too nervous to eat batteries. Oh, I should have used the other move. That would have just been rude. I'm gonna roll evolves. You didn't know that? It evolves twice, Kiosk. So the final stage is a trait evolution. Joltik is huge in appearance. It's still tiny, but if they made the sprite appropriately tiny, you wouldn't be able to see it. And Ferroseed doesn't sit still, even though it's a Ferroseed. Yeah, whatever. And certainly has some opinions, doesn't he? Yeah, you can have fun going back into the cave. Also, it's kind of funny to think of Bianca as a bodyguard to anyone. Sorry, not sorry. Just looking at something real quick. Okay. Are you the specialty one? Yes. Well, what do you have since I'm here? Nothing I care about. Yes, it's Gen 5. Yes, the weather wars were a thing. No, I do not care. Can I bowl? Bowl. Can I bowl? I might be able to bowl, but not here. I don't know what bowl... You know what? Let's not even investigate that. Yeah, that sounds like it could be something I do not want to get into, actually. Bowling, though. Cousin, no. Although, there is a goal for that, actually. There is a very far-off goal of playing through GTA 4, if I remember correctly, and GTA 5. Yeah, it's the other Professor Juniper. Because if Kanto is just around the corner. Yeah, it's only on the other side of the planet, presumably. I mean, I'd rather just go to the gym and wait, but that's not an option. Perfect. I'm surprised it took that long to get an encounter, honestly. Oh look, Obstrinka. That's in your line of sight? Why did you turn? You're supposed to be looking at the path. They're not gonna have a good time if we got grass type, but probably enough. Oh, well, they have water types too, apparently. I probably shouldn't have taught it Assurance. It does do more damage, but it's not super effective most of the time, and it doesn't have stab to work with. You asshole. Did I do it again? No, didn't go for turn 3 detect. Look at that, I'm already up to level 42 after just being level 36 in the gym. Wasn't that long ago. Ah yes, an ass pair, my favorite. Yes, there's only one S in it, but that's not as funny. Really? Got an ass pair from the trainer and a pee-pee up from the ground. Assurance would be of more use if I was expecting to regularly be switching in and out, but I'm not. Come on. I keep forgetting to pull up the item finder, but it means I'm not getting as sidetracked, so I guess it's not entirely a bad thing. Gen 5 speeds. Fuck's sake. And then I couldn't get away. Great. That looks like there might be a hidden item in the back there. No way around there. Wild encounters are just as bad indoors as they are outdoors. Well, I feel like you don't have to battle that many trainers in here, although there is one I wouldn't mind battling. Oh, I just realized something. Okay. Rude. Stupid. Vibes were originally one to the left, one down. Damn it, Gen 5! That's one of the wonderful features of Gen 5, where if you use an item on a Pokemon that it's not useful on, it just effectively wastes the turn. Trying to use a revive on a Pokemon that isn't fainted? Well, that's fine, you can do it. It's not gonna do anything, and better yet, it's just gonna waste your turn. Good. You know, I'm not upset with that. Plug in water types. Just chuck an Ultra Ball or 10, 11, however many I have. It knows Roost, too. Goody. Click. Or not. Free Shake is really rude, though, game. Yeah, if it's gonna pop, I'd rather it be an instant pop. Oh, please. Could you stay in the ball at some point? I can't damage it because it just keeps using Roost, so there's no point. I'm just gonna go straight back to full health. Plus, if I try damaging it, I'll probably kill it. Don't you dare. Thank you. Okay, now I can fly off the top of the tower. And it also gives me an extra Pokemon to deal with switch outs and such. Can you please? It was one tile! One more tile, and I would have been clear of the grass. Guess there's not a hidden item back there. That or the item finder's broken. Let's try this again. Of course, it leaves it on a sliver and doesn't burn this time. Colosseum should be pretty light, right? Apparently that just goes down in one hit. To thunk it. It's amazing how high the encounter rate is. Really. It's those sort of reasons why I'm getting so annoyed with it. And I'm getting annoyed quickly about it because I know what to expect from this game. I've played it enough, I know how annoying it can be. Even on the stairs. Seriously. Can I get to the next floor? You know, I like to avoid using repels because I know how if I use a repel I have 0 chance at a shiny. As unlikely as it might be. There's still a chance, you know? And I actually did get a shiny Olol and Doug trio playing through Moon, I think? Back in 2019? Simply because I decided... I'd been considering it, but I decided, if I could talk, no, I won't use a repel, and then like within 5 minutes I got a shiny. So, it does pay off sometimes. This isn't obnoxious. Yeah, I don't think Musharna is very light. Nice crit. That did matter. So, Flamethrower is 95, but it's also a special move. Embor is very much a physical attacker. In fact, I got it posted in chat earlier. 123 attack, 100 special. So special isn't terrible, but it's a physical attacker primarily. Flame Charge is only 50 power, but it does boost speed. However, Bulldoze is 60 power and boosts speed. No, drops speed of the opponent. It isn't quite the same, but I want to keep that because ground type coverage with ground type. And then this is... Let's see. I don't know if the bot will spit out the information cleanly, so I'm just looking it up on Bulbapedia. The greater the difference between the user's weight and the target's weight, the greater the power. More than 50%, it's only 40, but 20% or less is 120. What? Isn't that backwards? Greater the difference. The target's relative weight, more than 50%. I don't know. Do I want it? Gold is 80, but it has a chance to burn. Do I have a need for Flamethrower? I mean, Flame Charge has... Speed is nice. Heat Crash I want to keep because it's pretty likely to deal more damage than Flame Charge, I'd say. Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Not like Flamethrower is low power move, not a weak move. Press X. Come on. I know you turn. Okay, they all decided. See, they turned then. So unreasonable. Times these spinning trainers. Also, I should scroll chat back down so I can actually see what's going on there. Which is nothing at the moment, but that's fine. That doesn't need to be active every single minute of the stream. The one thing I'm not really well equipped to deal with is water types. I have fire type moves, water type moves, and ground type moves. Not the best. This is why I chose to battle them, by the way. I think I can skip the battle otherwise. The next floor. I don't think turn. Other one though. I don't know. Might turn, might not turn. Hard to tell. Here, let me put you out, since you're burned. Oh, wait. Not how that works. Okay, they don't seem to turn. Oh, please. There we go. Very cloudy up here. He's apparently just gonna walk back. I'll pass though. I literally only have cut and fly. You don't need HMs in Gen 5, at least not black and white. They're there for your convenience should you ever want to explore more of the region, but for getting through the story, you don't need them outside of Cut. Cut is the one exception given to you up front. Move like Fly is purely for convenience. I don't even remember where you get Surf or Strength or any of the other moves. Alright, time to go splat. Thanks, Clyde. Ow. I guess this little bit is to teach you that yes. There's, okay. Yes, you can go both ways through them. Well, that seems to handily take care of Tranquil, so that's nice. Chocolate. Yeah, I'm not well set up to deal with water types, with flying types, or with fire types. Give me any other type though, and I'm probably fine. Nice crit. Don't know that it mattered, but nice anyway. Now, how much are you paying attention here? That determines whether or not you break your legs this way or, you know, going to the right where you immediately get forced into a trainer battle. So many trainer battles. You asshole. Are you gonna go down to a single heat crash? Really? Twice in a row you got it? Good, it did go down to one hit, since it wasted 2 turns initially. Ow. Every time. Oh, Swobat. Neat. Okay. That hurts. Actually, right here, I want hypers. Whee! 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 Splat. They really just want you to not be able to walk after doing this gym. They throw you through the air, they throw you at a wall, break your legs, break your face. Break your face and then your legs. Amnesia, huh? Thanks for letting me go first, essentially. No detecting, please. Swana is a bit more of a challenge, and I'm out of heat crashes. Okay. I mean, Scald isn't going to be much better, right? No, it's actually worse because there's no stab. But it's fine, because the Scald actually kept me out of putting it into heal range. So, I get to 3-turn Swana. Instead of, you know, having the heal turn in the middle that ruins it all. Then I'm gonna have to heal, and... yeah, just like that, another badge. Just like that, there's only 2 badges left. Yeah, I think at absolute best I get to Route 10 by the end of the stream. Ow. Seriously, your legs would be broken from that jump, IRL. And you would probably be in a very bad state on top of that. Can I get up to Icarus City before the top of the hour? Can I get through Twist Mountain in the next 10 minutes? That's the real question. Alright, let's go. How did you see me this time, but not any of the previous times? Excuse you? Oh, I thought you said something about that. What a nuisance. I mean, not that it matters. Just don't use a ground-type move until Swoobat's off the field. Easy. This is the one problem with this. Yep, triple battles were a thing in Gens 5 and 6. By the time that Gen 7 rolled around, though, the hardware was not able to support it. You could get triple battles in Gen 6 that were very laggy. And then in Gen 7, they added non-chibi trainer models to the battles. Yeah, you didn't want 8 different models loaded on the field at the same time on an old 3DS. Even a new 3DS would have struggled with that. Bastard. So yeah, triple battles are exclusive to Gens 5 and 6. And that was of course a special type of triple battle. A rotation battle. There's also an inverse battle, which I did not want to walk that far ahead. We will not be doing a we will not be doing any of the other triple battle types unless forced to. Because, no. You register my right input. Good enough. No, I'm not getting to Icarus City before the top of the hour because Sharon wants to be an asshole. Seriously, which rival battle is this? Like 6, 7? 8, maybe even? You should have used a water type move. Probably would have done more than Revenge did. How much does Flamethrower do here, I wonder? Once I'm able to move, of course. Well, with a crit, all of it. And this is a point where Bulldoze comes in handy. Fire types are dealt with. I think I said before, fire types are one type I struggled with. Yeah, not with Bulldoze. Or Fire Flying, on the other hand, that would be an issue. But fortunately, Moltres and well, Moltres isn't here. Talonflame doesn't exist yet. Etc. etc. That's how you get Surf. That's right. I knew you get it at some point. No, I'm not going back to get Naxu because I won't be using it. I'm using my starter because faster that way. Right now, left. This is actually one point where that multi-hit move I had earlier would have been useful. Gun 5 sturdy. Still gets damage off, so as nice as the burn is, it's not perfect. Ideally, it wouldn't survive long enough to do damage, but alas. It's crit. What's going on here? Blah 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 is all I'm reading. Nothing of importance. The right way to go? I don't know. I never memorized Twist Mountain. Damn. This time that. Yeah, since this is based off of weight, I'm just gonna flamethrower. Rude. Don't ask me, Kiosk. Talk and throw or Pokemon. That's all I know. Fuck's sake. What Pokemon is Kangaskhan Baby? It's not relevant unless you're using Mega Kangaskhan. Yeah, it's just there. Game. Game, please. I'm not even sure I'm going the right way. That's ridiculous. Regardless, though. I don't feel like getting into another battle before the break, so... Because I don't trust the dirt mounds, we're just gonna take the break now. Alright, so... Once again, I'm just going to take a few minutes to stand up, stretch, and get away from the computer for a little bit. During this time, I am going to run some ads. It's the only time during the stream I run ads besides the right end. Prevents pre-rolls for the next hour and ensures that the gameplay itself is completely ad-free at the small cost of some ads now, while nothing of importance is happening. When I get back, we'll try and find a way out of Twist Mountain. Yeah, I don't know. Get there eventually. Get on to Icarus City. I'll be able to get to Opelucid City, certainly, but anything beyond that has to wait until next week. Or will it be next week? There's only a little over 3 hours on the timer, right? 3 hours or 3.5? It's 3.5. Only a little over 3.5 hours on the timer. So, a stream next week isn't guaranteed because once the subathon is over, I'm probably going to take a short break. I'll be back for the weekend streams, of course, but yeah. So keep that in mind. Plus, don't forget, for every $50 you tip, an extra 20 minutes gets added to the timer. Effectively rounding it up for every $50. The nearest hour. But only for every $50. So 50 to 99 is 20 minutes, 100 to 149 is 40 minutes, etc. Anyway, Kirby? Alrighty, I'm once again back, and I'll say, like, I enjoy streaming, but it's nice having a night off where I don't have to worry about streaming, which is why I'm not streaming tomorrow and why I didn't stream last Thursday, and if the subathon lasts long enough, which I don't, why I wouldn't be streaming next Thursday anyway, either. I probably won't be streaming then regardless, but pretty sure you didn't hear me say still there, but you know, this is a very aggressive noise gate to try and cut out the background noise. To be fair, if I don't have it this aggressive, it tends to just never close. And you don't want to hear background noise. It gets quite bad. Granted, we're moving in towards the winter months, so the AC is not going to be running as much in the near future. Actually, how cold is it out? Probably see off. No, my AC is not reversible. The window unit. It's just a traditional style window AC that, I mean, it works. It's loud. But I wish I could keep running it, but it's kind of cold outside. Cold enough to the point where I should just open a window, however, the only window I can open is right next to me, and one window does not make for good air circulation. So that's not happening. Anyway, back to the gameplay. If I can get to the right folder again. There we go. I mean, it was from like 2010 or so kiosk, so I wouldn't count on it. Plus, I wouldn't want it to outlast me. I would very much prefer a reversible heat pump. Price of infidelity. Huh? Alright, well I'm down onto the lower levels now at least. Max potion. Max, where? No, wait, it's not Friday night yet. Fucking doctor. Wrong bridge to get to them though. Naturally. It could be even louder, that air conditioner. I have the fan locked to the lowest setting, which is probably not the best thing for efficiency at times, but at the same time, it uses less electricity with it on the lowest fan setting, and it's slightly quieter. I don't want to have to wear headphones when I'm sat at my desk. Nice game. Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like the full house HVAC system that was on my father's previous residence, I can believe that a window unit or such would be more effective. Because, you know, that did work to keep the downstairs fairly cool. The problem is, the upstairs was warm. And guess where the bedrooms were? Give me a mini split system. I want mini splits. Fuck the traditional single unit in the US. No, give me a mini split. It makes more sense that, yeah, fair enough. I'm surprised I haven't hit one of them yet, to be fair. Fuck the traditional one. Per room control makes more sense. It was a dirt pile kiosk, not a rock. Because they're hiding. Not all the dirt piles are trainers, but some of the trainers are in dirt piles. Oh boy, another peepee. Oh, right, I forgot about this item. Oh, it's on the other side behind the item. Get that. Yeah, right, Kiosk. Mini splits are so good. Again, per room control. I mean, if you want to have a different type of system that has per room control, go ahead, but like mini splits in theory you can install yourself, right? Love to have a mini split. But they're just uncommon here in the States, and so it's extremely expensive to have them installed, so you pretty much have to install them yourself. But because I live in a rental, it's up to the landlord to do shit like that, and he's already said things that haven't happened, so, yeah. If we can leave this place before it collapses in on itself, it'd be great. Currently, at the moment, I can't leave at all, though, because my car's battery is dead. That's part of why the subathon is going on. As a reminder. Huh? How? Oh, it's on the path above, okay. I wasn't sure that there was a path above. At this rate, I'm not gonna even get out of Icarus City before the end of the stream. Yeah, something like that, Kiosk. It's the item finder. It's just directing you towards an item. A Woobat? Why would you have a Woobat at this stage in the game? Or are you really not that good of friends with your Woobat? Ow, dude. That really says a lot about you, doesn't it? Imagine not having a Swoobat by that point. Imagine being that sort of trainer. Fucking Gen 5 Scald. Or Sturdy, rather. Scald itself is fine, it's Sturdy, that's the issue. That's where I would have expected him. Probably the point. You know, it's funny. Just thinking about it. Not because, you know, I don't see it very often, but thinking how, in OBS, I have my Twitch alerts source labeled as Twitch Alert Test Overlay. Because I was only testing it, and I never changed the name of it, because it just... I don't know, it's there, it's working, I don't need to touch the name of it. Fine. Okay, should run past me. I think the way out will be down here somewhere. Yeah, there haven't there been, Kiosk? Get out of the way, I'm moving. Oh boy, that takes a while. Oh, hi, other Juniper. Also, this hidden item I can't get to unless it's wintertime. In fact, it's gonna keep trying to get me to do that. The other one I don't care about either. They're supposed to do music, but they're not doing music. Possibly because I entered Icarus before the previous script ended or something? I don't know. There we go. There's the correct music. You hear the clapping that's going on? That's them. And now there's no clapping. And now there's clapping. Oh, Gen 5's music. So good. No, I don't think you rotate, do you? Free Pokémon. That's as many Pokémon as some trainers have in the Kalos region. At least it's understandable for this person. Don't remember where the spot is, so I'm just gonna check every spot that it could probably be. Oh, come on. Don't make me do battles. It's annoying. Poor Cryogonal, only really been useful in the Sword and Shield DLC. Kind of exists otherwise. Even with the defense increase, it never stood a chance. Nah, I'm good. Whee! Don't fall down! Seriously? So many unnecessary battles. Crashes. Not that that's a surprise. Probably start using flamethrowers. That just where I go? Yes. Where else would I go? This doesn't get me anywhere. I'm just trying to not have to battle every single freaking trainer in this gym, you know? But the game wants you to battle every single freaking trainer in this gym. It seriously survived on that level. That's annoying. The Cubchoo. Yeah, that doesn't help, by the way. That just puts you out over there. Now you do that. Don't look down! Seriously! Can we stop having mandatory trainers? I get it's the ice gym, and so they're easy to beat because ice is one of the weakest types. But... stop! Just annoying. Like the exact opposite of what I've been doing through tonight. Avoiding all the trainer battles? Nah, you don't get a choice here. You're doing all the trainer battles. Which, again, with a firefighting type, it's not a challenge, especially when it's over-leveled. There it is. So, I normally can't skip that trainer up there, right? Blocking my path to the button, but because this tile doesn't have collision, I can just... yoink. Later. Otherwise, literally every trainer would be mandatory in this game. It's a little jank kiosk, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll get to see it in a minute. Yeah, I'm not surprised that didn't do it quite as well. Beartick would be a heavy Pokemon after all. Your ace is a Cryogonal. Thanks. Yay, we get to be done with this gym. Eee. Anyway. There's other Juniper again. Blah 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 blah. You ready for a lot of battles? Okay. What could they be after, I wonder? Really? Oh. Okay. You're just there. I don't have any repels, by the way. So this is going to take even longer as a result. Of course, if you had strength, you could make this take a lot less time. But alas, I do not have strength. I don't even know where you pick it up in this game. Like, seriously, I'd have to look it up. I have no clue off the top of my head. That almost looks precarious, but it's actually resting on the base of another pillar. Not just on the very edge of the flip of this little raised area. Talking about the pillar there on the right. I'm not turning because that'll get me 2 more possible encounters. 2 turn frames. But thanks, it's already bad enough as it is. Yeah, you got those guys taken care of, but there's still plenty ahead. Of course, I didn't heal, so this should be fun. This is one of the problems I actually have with Colosseum, for the GameCube. There's a lot of this repetitive just battle after battle after battle stuff, except that's like the entire game. And yes, it's a Pokemon game. Of course it's full of battles, but there's a difference between, you know, the occasional battle and just battle gauntlets. And Colosseum is a tad bit guilty of that. And this is literally just like 4 trainers in a row. Why? Because they can. And we're not done yet. Oh, trust me, we are not done yet. Asshole. I'm actually at risk of running out of fire type move. Move count is going to be at low in general. Come on. Oh no, not my attack. How many Pokemon do you have? 3, but why? It's just annoying. Don't care. Only a few bumps. That could be handy at some point. Oh yeah, they would, yes. I mean, to be fair, it's an old castle. Pretty sure OSHA didn't exist however many hundreds of years ago. Why do you think? He asked. Name calling. If I can hear your music from here, your music is far too loud and bass heavy, asshole. Christ, I love it when people like that drive by. Oh. We hit the 3-hour point. Only 3 hours left. That's 1 stream's worth of time, roughly, left on the clock. Is anybody gonna do anything about that? You know, Automod doesn't care about what you think. It just goes blindly based on what it thinks is best. Huh? message doesn't come through. Hold on, I have to load up Kofi. Shaw, you crazy bastard. I was going to question immediately if that was a typo, and then you said something about making it exactly 250. Why am I not signed in? God damn it. Hold on, I've got to go through this 2FA bullshit. And I not get my password. Did bot not add the time right? I'll have to look at that in a second. Hold on. This is not wanting to copy things over correctly. Of course not. And there. Now I need 2FA. 59 should add... Oh, 50 is 100. 9 minutes adds 18, so it should add 118 minutes. Which, let's see... 7080 sounds like just under 7200. So, yes, it added it correctly. Mind you, the main reason I'm logging in is because I didn't catch the message entirely. $58.49 to make it even. Can't do decimals. But it was 59? Oh, yeah, 59, because I rounded up. Can't do decimals? Really? So, Fuel is an older game. Like, I had it for PS3 early on, and to be clear, oh, thank you so much for that. Almost did 58.49, but 5,800. Yeah, that I definitely would have refunded. Okay. Thank you very much for that, Shaw. That's incredible. Well, I guess we got a fair bit more time. Oh, come on, iPad. Yeah, just under 5 hours. I have to add 20 minutes to that as well. Minutes would be 10, essentially. And that seems to have done it correctly. Yes. 1200 is 20 minutes. Cool. Yeah, Shaw, I mean, hell, if you can tip $5,800, like, good on you, man. You got that much ability? Like, yeah. Yep. But, no, that... If anybody tipped that much, I would just immediately assume, okay, refund it now. Heck, if somebody tips $1,000, I'd still assume that I probably need to refund it, because it was probably an accident. But yeah, oh, because of your excessive generosity there, we have hit the Fuel cross-map trip. Now I've got to figure out the next goal after that. Like I was saying, it's an older game from the mid-ish 2000s, mid to late. Like I said, I have it on PS3. It has a very large map. Like, it is one of the biggest maps for its time. And it takes a while to cross it. The next goal, however, which is 300 something, makes it so I have to go north to south instead, and there's no nice road that goes north and south. There is for east and west. But yeah, that's the goal that's unlocked. I'm gonna cross from probably the western side of the map to the eastern side of the map and back. Or further, if more people help out, which will increase the time on the timer and also help get me closer to actually affording that battery. That puts me about a quarter of the way, so again, thank you very much, Shaw. And yeah, okay, technically it says 250, I need 200. Most of it is wrapped up in Twitch. Most of that 250 is wrapped up in Twitch currently, so it's of no use to me right now, and it's going to go towards bills long term. Anyway, battle. I'm gonna put this off to the side while I put that out. But yeah, fuel is, it's gonna be a while. Both doing the actual incentive and also getting around to it, because again, I want to make sure that the subathon's over before I do it, because there is a further goal that will do something, as well as change what the ultimate objective is for cross-map stuff in fuel. If we get to, I think, 500, which, you know, basically, yeah, is doubling the current amount, but someone's got deep enough pockets. I think it's 500. I haven't decided what else goes with it, but again, that will be another upgrade to the fuel incentive, where the plan is basically just to go around the outer edge of the map. Best of my abilities. There's limitations with the game because of the terrain design in it. Also, that's soft lock prevention there. Or not soft lock. That is a soft lock there for cheating prevention. That's the right term. Basically, if you're playing an illegitimate copy of the game, those grunts won't move back, and you'll just be soft locked here between them all. But my copy is legitimate. I'm playing it legitimately, so I don't get stuck. Also, we're on the top floor, so yeah, fuel is definitely going to take a bit of time to complete and get around to in the first place. Up, Zekrom. What you doing? Blah 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 blah. Bye. Right, I was thinking, how do I get down from here? Get escorted out. None of that looked threatening. Where am I supposed to go? Relic Castle? Oh, what is the fastest way to get there? I guess from Imbasa? Slightly closer. I need to heal first, I almost forgot. Almost forgot. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting to Opelucid tonight. I knew Victory Road was not likely. But I wasn't 100% sure about getting to Route 10, which, fun fact, is exclusive to Black and White. Can't access it in Black 2 and White 2. Suddenly truck. Okay. You are gonna be a nuisance, aren't you? No? Okay. Nice, no encounters. Well, the good thing is if I had forgotten, there's a doctor right here, so could just talk to them and gotten a heal there. This is not exactly where I want to be. That is not the right entrance. Too far this way, I guess. Yep. Only made it out there because of your Pokemon? Meanwhile, I just strolled out with no encounters somehow. Sure. I wasn't intending on talking to them for that. I was intending to talk to them for a battle. But they didn't want to battle. Yeah, as if I haven't battled enough Team Plasma Grunts as of late, here's some more battles. Isn't it great? That rhymed. Are they wearing plate armor? I don't know. Okay, I was muted for a second there because my throat decided that now is a good time to cough. Yes, I did hydrate. Also, the Pokemon are comically low level here because, well, you can access this area early. So of course they're low level. Yeah, I knew that was coming. As soon as I said it, I knew. Hey look, it's that Pokemon that you can't rename to have the same exact name. Kiosk and I both. Uh-huh. I don't know why I attacked it. There, get burned, fool. Yeah, this is a trainer battle. Scraggy surviving that. Our levels were flipped. Scraggy was 35, I'm 53. Fortunately, I'm not 53 IRL. That would just suck. Well, being 31 sucks. Maybe younger again. Just less responsibilities as well. Oh, or you go the way that the trainers are. Stat changes were removed? Oh yeah, I did. No, I didn't have a stat change. That's a different move. So nothing changed. You know, this encounter screen makes me think that the Pokemon I'm encountering is of a higher level. Because in Gen 3, if the Pokemon is higher level than you, you'll get a white encounter screen versus if it's lower level, a black encounter screen. Ooh, Shadow Ball. Not really helpful right now, but in a different playthrough it would be. We almost done with this? Not even going to get to Route 9 tonight. I'm at least getting out of Icarus City. So I think I can get that far at least. We're getting close to the end of this segment. Can you stop throwing encounters in my face, please? I'm tired of this. Yeah, two things that I'm not a fan of with Gen 5. Encounter rates and how many damn grunt battles there are in this segment of the game. Also, as a reminder, the reason why I'm walking so much is because if you run on these sand traps, you will just get sucked down. You have to walk over them in order to pass by without just being forced downward. Literal trash! And it's gone. Damn it, Preen, why do you have to think that? Just occurred to me, thanks to Shaw. Technically, I might be able to afford the new Pokemon game now. No, I am not buying it with that money, but technically... Comes out next Thursday. I have the money for the game, and I don't have a Switch 2 to get the most out of it. Not likely to change unless I suddenly get a lot more money. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go here. I would assume that way because that's where the trainer is. Yeah, next break. You're a little early, but... I guess the good thing about... Well, actually, I don't know. Can you get an encounter in those spots? Force double battle? Better not. No, it's not. Good. Once again, almost out of heat crashes. I've got at least 2 PP ups. I don't know if that's worth it, but I could. I don't know, is there something better than heat crash I could put there? Like I said, I want to get back to Icarus City, preferably. Let's get out of this cave system, or old castle. By the way, is there a castle somewhere north of New York City? Buried in the sand somewhere? In the desert that's north of New York City? I don't know where that desert is. But, go off this game. Somewhere up there, right? As a reminder, Castelia City is supposed to be New York City, so you go north of that, and suddenly there's a desert. Oh, Castelia City is really supposed to be Manhattan. Go north of there. Which borough is north of Manhattan? I don't remember. This hole. Bye. Streamed an hour extra last night, more or less, so what's an extra like 5 minutes here? No? Yeah, Arpobot. Promote those Prime subs that everyone definitely knows about by now. And to think people hated this gen. I get why to some degree, but there's just so much that's good about it. Yes, I keep complaining about the encounter rates and such, but when you're not having to deal with the encounter rate, and the sound design of this game is just fantastic. Dynamic soundtracks that change based on what is going on. It's just so good. Again, that didn't really return to the series until, well, I guess in a sense, Legends? Arceus? Didn't you follow them? Alright, final thing. Fly back to Icarus City. Still raining here. Just always rain in the summer? Might. remember how the rain works. As a reminder, it's a different season in this game every month. So it starts with spring in January and cycles through to winter by the end of the year, but it cycles through it 4 times. So currently, with it being October, it's summer. November will be fall, December will be winter, September was spring, so on and so forth. Also, I'm standing here because clap clap. Because dynamic soundtrack. I'm gonna save again because I can. 7 badges, 5 hours in game time. But the last stretch, it goes by quickly and it also doesn't. And once I'm in the post game, oh, there's so much to do. You think those 5 Pokemon are gonna come easy? Some of them might. Others, oh boy. Just you wait. Just you wait. Anyway. It's time to wrap up the stream, so pause the timer. That is actually going to be the end of the subathon for the week. 4 hours, 50 minutes on the clock. Very good. That is, surprise, surprise, a little more than 2 hours more than I expected. Thank you very much again for that, Shaw. It'll help a lot moving forward, and it gets me that little bit closer to getting a new battery for my car. Again, I said this before, technically that's about halfway to a new battery, if I go with the cheapest option. But I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't like the sound of that, especially if this winter is going to be on the cooler side. Cheaper battery usually means fewer cranking amps, and if that's like at the bare minimum of what is needed for my car in the winter, that sounds like a bad idea. Plus, just how long is it going to last if it's that much cheaper than everything else, you know? Anyway. I would love to spend as little as possible on a battery, but yeah, exactly, Shaw. I'd like to spend as little as possible, but just all the knowledge I have of automobiles and how they work and such, and everything else, just not go for that cheap of a battery. If everything else, again, there's an option around $100 that I saw, and then all the other options are like 170, 180 plus. If it was 120, that'd be one thing, but when there's a $70 to $80 difference, yeah, that doesn't fill me with confidence on that one battery. As much as I'd like to spend half as much, it just does not seem realistic, a reasonable option. So, yeah. Such is the fun of dealing with automobiles. You can go cheap sometimes, but is it really in your best interest? I'd like my car to be reliable and not have to be worrying about my battery in another couple of years. By which point the warranty will have expired because it's cheap, so it has a short warranty on it. Not that the warranty on this battery is doing me any good, but it's almost 6 years old, so yeah, of course it's expired. Anyway, next stream. What time is it? That one. Next stream is half an hour than what that says. I just don't bother to change it for these one-off EJLMS rounds. But yeah, it's going to be around 2030, not 2100. But 2030 EDT, or 8:30 p.m. if you prefer. Still EDT. And we're going to be doing 1.5 hours of Road Atlanta. Oh joy. At least the prototype is supposed to be slightly better to drive than the GTs. At least in some way. But yeah, Road Atlanta is not an easy race. And again, it's the third longest race of the season. Tied third longest? How long was Sebring? I don't remember. It's shorter than Daytona and French countryside, though. God, imagine being so full of yourself that you don't let other people use the same name. Anyway. So, yeah, that's this Friday. And then, of course, GTA on Saturday. I'll update the goal in the bottom left before the next stream on Friday, but as I said, the subathon is paused for the weekend. I do not run the timer during multiplayer streams, especially if it's a racing stream, which, well, F&R is, and GTA is also racing. It just, multiplayer stuff, I don't want to do it. Single player, I can stop whenever I want to. Multiplayer, not as easily. So, timer's on hold. Any contributions to the stream will still count. It just, the timer won't be counting down. It can only count up while it's paused over the weekend. And yes, I say over the weekend. It's only Wednesday, maybe Thursday for some of you, but my next stream is Friday night, which is essentially the weekend. So, close enough. Anyway, yeah, that's basically it. Subathon's paused. Next stream on Friday for EGLMS. And if you're not subscribed or you don't have Twitch Turbo, you want to watch some ads? If you're one of those first two things, then you probably won't see ads. Probably. Which, after all. But if you're not subscribed or such, well, stick around. You can watch some ads if you want. Or you can leave. That's also an option. At the end of the stream, you're not going to miss anything. So, yeah, have fun with that. Anyway, that's going to do it for me tonight. Thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you next time. Later.